Today I have with me a super tiny espresso machine. This is called the WACACO Picopresso. This thing has been out for quite some time now, and I'm finally kind of getting my thoughts together and sending this review out. So this has a couple additional accessories with it, and I want to talk about the accessories, I'm going to talk about the machine, and I'm going to talk about whether it's actually worth it. So the WACACO Picopresso is kind of known as one of the most compact espresso machine on the market that actually does produce good results. So it's great for camping, it's great for traveling, hiking, or when you just want cafe quality espresso at home without dealing with electricity. It's been a super popular one since it's been on the market, and I've had it for years now, and I've traveled a lot of places with it as my dedicated espresso machine, because one of the things that's nice about it is it fits in this little tiny case right here. And with that case comes a lot of possibilities and a lot of space that you don't have to keep something in your luggage. So with this, I have a few different accessories. I have this Picopresso stand here that comes with a little mirror and folds down, and I have this pressure gauge on top of it as well. So this uses about a 51 millimeter portafilter here, which means you can get various baskets and tampers along with it. It makes great quality espresso. Simply all you do for it is you take hot water, you grind your grounds, tamp it, put hot water in the top here, and then you take this whole thing and you pump it with this little pump that also folds down into the machine. So you just sit there and pump it, and that's how you pull your shot of espresso. It works great. It produces good quality stuff. It really does do well since you don't need power, you don't need batteries. It's a hand-operated machine. It's compact. It feels durable. It feels pretty high quality for what you get. Comes in at about $110, $120 or so. It's made with BPA-free parts. It's lightweight. It's fairly ergonomic. It's fairly comfortable to use in the most part. So let's get into it. So with the original $100 that you spend, $120, you get your basket like so. You get this bottom, I'm going to call it the portafilter. The portafilter comes with this little rubberized piece on the bottom to allow it to be either a bottomless portafilter or a spouted portafilter, so you don't have to worry with sprays. You put your grounds in here. You're going to put your puck screen on top of it that just sits like that. And there's a little rubber piece here that helps with water dispersion, your shower screen. That goes on top. Screw it on. And then you are also going to put this lid on the top, and then you're going to start pumping. And then out comes your espresso, and it's good to go. The nice thing about this is it fits in this, like I said, this little tiny case. And it also comes with this little tiny tamper and a little tiny funnel that fits in the top here too. So literally, like, your whole thing is super tiny. One of the things that is downsiding about it is you don't really know the pressure you're at without the pressure gauge. And when you add the pressure gauge to it, you no longer can use it in the case, and it's no longer as compact as you want, because it adds quite a bit of space in between it and adds quite a bit to your Picopresso, even though it is still tiny. Adds like a couple inches, probably like maybe 3 inches to the bottom of it. So it's still a compact device, but it's still not near as good as what it once was. It's really easy to pump it. However, when the pressure is too hard, it gets really hard to pump it. When you grind too fine, it's best to do half pumps, because every single time you pump, it's just going to go jump up in pressure like so. So when you have half pumps, it actually works a little bit easier and gives you more consistent on the pressure. But once you know and kind of feel the pressure with the pressure gauge, you really don't need it on a normal basis, because you're not going to have like super consistent flow stuff in it. So usually people like pump 10 times to allow pre-infusion, and then once that pre-infusion is going, they'll wait like 15 seconds, and then they'll continue to pump, and they'll get a good shot out of that. The heat retention is great. It's better after the second shot, after the whole thing heats up. At the end, it comes with this little rubber pad that you can just kind of put on the bottom to catch any drips. When it goes to upgrading baskets, so I have this IMS basket here, so you really need to do your research on it, because I bought this IMS basket and I can't use it with the pressure gauge. The lip on this thing is just too thick that it fits like normal, but without the pressure gauge. When it comes to the stand works great. You just simply set it on top there, and it does give you a very good support to be able to do the pumps, and it feels strong and sturdy, even putting weight on it, I don't feel like it's going to snap or break. It has a little shot mirror on there, which is okay. But again, when you add all this stuff, you lose the portability of it. So when it comes to portability, it works great. But when you're traveling, you're going to need a grinder, you're going to need your coffee beans, you're going to need a way to heat up water. So whether that is a kettle, so like if you're traveling, you're going to Airbnb, if they have a kettle, that works great. I usually almost always bring my own. So all this stuff adds a lot of space. It's still pretty compact and pretty good. But when I find I just don't enjoy using it, because while it does produce good espresso, I hate the pumping mechanism. Even though it's not super complicated, I don't like how it jumps up and forth. I don't like how you have to hold it the whole time if you didn't travel with the stand. So I'm actually not going to keep it. It produces great results, but I find it's in the middle of what I want. So I find if I'm traveling and I'm going by car and I have a little bit of space, the thing that I'm going to bring is I'm going to bring a Flair Pro 3. I like using the lever personally a little bit better. It's still pretty compact and it comes with a case and it works great. I don't have any complaints with it. And you do get pretty similar results when it comes to the quality of espresso from the WACACO as you do the Flair. But that being said, I just enjoy the stability of the Flair, having a base and just pulling a lever rather than doing the pump. And when I'm traveling and I'm on a plane or I don't have as much space, what I'm going to bring is I'm going to bring one of the mini portable espresso machines out there that have hot water sources built into them. So that would go to something like I think ICAPE just released one where you click a button, it heats up the water and extracts your shots. Out in Espresso has had one for quite a while, which you'll see both of those on my channel in the near future. Same with Turin now has a portable espresso machine, and all of those are a little bit bigger than this, or probably just a little bit taller than this, maybe about here or so from the bottom. And with those, you don't need a kettle, and that's the big thing. And I found that to be incredibly useful because you're still getting a really good shot from those. You're getting really good quality espresso, but you don't have to bring a kettle. It's all more compact and it's easier to use. It comes with a built-in cup. And if you want more than just a shot of espresso and you want like an Americano or something like that, what you do is you find any hot water source anywhere that you go, which is usually not that hard. Go to Starbucks, ask for a cup of water, hot cup of water, or anything that they use to make tea. There's a lot of places to get hot water, and I just pull my shot into the free cup of hot water that I get. And then I have a nice little Americano if I don't want a shot of espresso. And I just find that being more convenient because I can literally prep that thing, click a button, it'll heat up any cold water that I have, and I can recharge the machine whenever I need to. It lasts enough that I don't ever have to really worry about it being dead. And I can pull that shot of espresso while I'm driving or in the car. And then to clean up, I just shove that little cup on the bottom of it and it catches all the drips and I'm good to go. And I can clean it up to whatever destination I'm getting to. Versus this one, it seems like I don't know if there's necessarily more pieces, but there's more work coming into the shot of espresso because you can't just click a button and it be done. You have to pump it. So when it comes to portability, if you bring this at face value in here, you're not going to get more portable than this. But when it comes to convenience while also having portability, there's just a lot going on here that I would prefer to use something like the Auden. If you're pulling back-to-back shots for a lot of people with it, if you're traveling, it might be a little bit more doable for the fact that like you don't have to worry about the charge of it since there's no battery electricity if you have that hot water source. But after pulling a few shots of this, the whole machine gets really hot and you almost have to put a towel on there, or you could buy one of their little kind of fox leather protecting things on there. But this is a great machine. I'm trying not to talk bad about it, but when it comes to it just doesn't really serve a place in it because I would prefer using one of those things that heats up your espresso, or I would prefer to use a Flair. So this just doesn't really fit on my coffee bar in a great spot. So that is what it is, but $120, it is a great deal and it does produce a wonderful thing. I guess if you wanted a one and done thing and you wanted it cheap, this is going to be cheaper than the Flair Pro 3 for sure. So budget wise, that is a thing. This is just me personally. I have all these things. with the stand and everything, if you wanted this as your dedicated home brewer and a one done everything, this might be the way to go. But if you have a high quality machine at home and you're looking for just something for travel, I would look toward one of those ones that heats up coffee, and we'll be comparing those on my channel soon. So if you have any questions on this, I would love to hear your thoughts and whether you agree with me or not. I paid for all of this. WACACO didn't send me any of this, so just so you know, this is an honest review. Please like and subscribe if you're looking at picking up one. Look in the description below. I'll make some commission off that link. And again, subscribe because there's more videos coming up comparing this to some other things, giving you my opinions on these little espresso machines that heat up that have really kind of gained popularity in the market recently. So thank you so much for watching.